What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 7 of KindaGrownUp now. We're GrownKids. I'm Ash, this is Dan, this is Will. Each week we get together, talk about 3 topics, take the piece of each other, have a laugh. This week, who's going first?
I think that's me.
Will's going first, go for it.
So, there's been a lot of films out recently that have had a certain actor in. I don't feel like a lot of them have been any good, so I was just wondering what people's ideas were, that maybe Will Ferrell's going the same way that Adam Sandler went, where he just released like a load of trash films, basically. It even got to the point where he had to be more than one person in them, because I'm guessing other people didn't want to be in the films with him anymore.
What film is he be more than one person?
Jack and Jill.
Yeah, he plays his own sister.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Not many people.
I'm a massive Will Ferrell fan though, I think he's hilarious.
No, so am I. Like, his characters are generally really clever, but I get exactly what Will's saying.
Get to the
Because
point now,
Adam
though, that they're all the
Sandler's
same
clever.
character.
Yeah. Like, back in the day, he was the go-to guy.
They're
Like
good for an easy
Happy
watch
Gilmore,
movie.
Billy Madison.
If you just want to sit down and watch something easy to watch, that'll make you laugh.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they are funny and stuff.
You know
But
what
they
I
are
mean?
the same films, just with a different topic. Ever since Anchorman, that was his peak.
Yeah.
And it's just slowly kind of trailed down.
Have you seen Get Hard yet?
No.
Have you seen it?
No, I don't really want to.
Well, Kevin Hart as well is hilarious, so
But
it
it
should
get-
be really
Together.
funny.
He's doing the
that's
same
the
thing
thing.
in every film recently as well, where he
He
just
is
kind of plays that
Just plays his own
character.
character, yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I wasn't really that enthralled by the idea of it. But.
It could work out to be amazing, like the best comedy we've seen in ages. But that's like a 20% chance.
If that
It's like
higher.
a good 80% chance
gone-
that it's just going to go crashing
It's done
downhill.
quality over quantity. I mean, quantity over
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah, it does just seem to be like he'll just go into anything.
Here's
Like,
a script. Oh,
yeah.
right.
It's like, oh, you're a race car driver today, but it's really funny. Oh, you're an ice skater today, but it's really funny.
I like Talladega Nights though. That was one of the ones that I
That
enjoyed.
was still like very close to like Anchorman
Yeah.
before the others started all coming out and that.
The other guys I completely hated.
No, I hate
Couldn't
that
stand
stuff.
The other guys, I thought it was quite funny. And
No,
Step
it's
Brothers is
stupid.
my favourite Will Ferrell film.
I'm not a massive fan of it. Like, I appreciate certain bits in it, but an overall film.
Some bits are hilarious.
I feel
But
that's
is
what
that John C. Reilly?
the point of all these films are.
Yeah,
There's
just to
like
have funny bits.
every now and then there's like some really good lines,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it's just kind of filler
Filler,
until you get
yeah.
to the
Until the
next
next funny
line.
That makes
So-
sense.
I've never heard the analogy comparing him with Adam Sandler because he was exactly the same.
He was, yeah. He did all these like really big movies, like early on, like say Happy Gilmore and stuff.
Billy Madison and even Guess Up to Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds was the first one I kind of went.
It was okay, but I still liked like Little Nicky and stuff like that. They was pretty
Little
good.
Nicky was cool.
Yeah, they was like nice ideas. And Big Daddy was quite funny. That was that original
Yeah.
sort of like.
I think it's
bad
partly because
parent.
there's so many within, I don't know, space of 3 years that
He does
you think
bang
like
them out.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get so many so quickly.
He has done some, I'd say, more serious, but like 51st Dates is not his archetype
It's
kind
like
of comedy.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, yeah. To which I can't even think if Will Ferrell's done anything
Yeah, yeah, that
straighter.
one. There was the one. Was it who's the one that used to be married to Tom Cruise? Nicole Kidman. She
Yes,
was like
she
a
had one
writer or something, and everything she wrote, he did. Like he sort of lived the life
Yes.
that she wrote the book for, or
No,
something
yeah.
like that.
I've not seen that.
But didn't he also do? He did Bewitched, didn't he? With her as well.
Possibly.
I have this issue that every time I watch a film, like I could have watched all of these films you're talking about.
Yeah,
As soon as I
that
watch
they all
it,
blend into one.
it's not over that. I just forget straight away until I see 5 minutes of that film again, then it will come flooding back.
And then 5 minutes later.
Yeah, I forgot it again.
But yeah, so I just kind of feel like maybe he's gone the same way where like Adam Sandler like just was cracking out films for whatever reason, he needed the money or whatever.
Yeah,
And then
it's like Click. It's terrible.
the one he did with Andy Samberg where he plays his dad. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's alright, but again, it's not like brilliantly
But
funny.
he even went down the like road of getting his mates in for. Is it Grown Ups?
Yeah.
Grown Ups is funny though. Grown Ups 2 isn't that great, but it's still quite funny.
There's a third one as well, isn't there?
Is it?
I think
Didn't know
so,
there was a
yeah.
third one.
But it should be funny.
Yeah, no. It is.
David
to be fair,
Spade,
I
Kevin
think-
James, Chris Rock.
I think I just expect every single film he's going to be in I don't feel like it's going to be a great film. It's just going to be something that's just going to be easy to watch and make me
He
laugh.
did that other one with Kevin James where there's both firemen, but they pretended to be gay or
I
something.
now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Yeah. And then...
It's just like, there's a load of fodder. It's just like one after another. It's nothing, I've waited a year, I've picked this script, it's amazing.
But he's just meeting his crowd. Both of them just meeting their crowd.
they do.
They're not going for Oscars. They're not going for anything.
But I can't imagine, like, even those people would get
you
like,
look
interested
look
that
at Ben
much.
Stiller. Ben Stiller kind of picks and chooses and generally now directs his stuff. So Ben Stiller's gone, I want to do...
But you could say that
I want to do
Ben
Dodgeball.
Stiller just...
Yeah, but
I kind of feel like he reinvents himself, though. Like,
in every lot. Because Dodgeball, he was a different character.
But you're getting the same sort of laughs, and you probably like those films just as much as the Will Ferrell ones. If you took out, I don't know...
Oh no, I'm talking about Adam Sandler more than Will Ferrell.
Well. If you probably took, like...
So
the better films you like, probably the same distance in between them is ones that are of Adam Sandler's, of Ben Stiller's ones. And you probably like them just as much. It's only because you probably only feel this way because there's so many so quickly.
Yeah.
And you're just bored of seeing his face after a while.
But that's what I mean.
That's
the margin out.
Flooding the market.
You got Adam Sandler flooding it with crappy films. Will Ferrell kind of already on his way to doing it, and then Ben Stiller and Will Ferrell's at the moment where he's either going to teeter over the edge and just go down the Adam Sandler route, or he's going to draw it back and go, all right.
I feel like some of Will Ferrell's best performances as well when he does like little cameos and things.
When he's not the main person.
Yeah, exactly. So he can just come in, do his like one or two funny lines, and it's really good, and then he can leave.
When he crashes the nunchucks in his mum's house, was it brilliant?
Picking up birds at funerals. Who's thought of that before?
But even like you said, Step Brothers, he's not predominantly the main person, so I think that works well. And he has such a relationship with Kevin C. Reilly.
Yeah.
John Reilly. Sorry, John C. Reilly. Yeah, that's why that works so well.
They do a lot of films together. He was in both in
Talladega Nights
as well.
Both in Anchorman. So.
Yeah. I think he's quite funny. I'm just a big fan of him. I just like how easy it is to watch his films. I'll probably watch less Adam Sandler films, and I don't watch him as often. Like, I'd never go to the cinema to watch
either.
Like, there's probably one or two Will Ferrell movies that I would have.
Did you go see Anchorman at the cinema?
No, I'm not a big Anchorman fan, so I don't love it as much as everyone else does. So everyone should be quoting.
It is genius. I couldn't watch it over and over again.
No.
But it's one of those films that's such a clever concept. You've done it.
But I don't even see what's clever about it. It's just an Anchorman, and it's funny.
Yeah, but nobody else has done that. It's the pickup from where he was. It's just a clever way of writing it, rather than the actual concept of it. Oh, he's an Anchorman. That's not funny. It's just he's found a genre that nobody really.
Yeah, he was just kind of creating his own genre at the time of this like arrogant sort of guy who thinks he knows it all.
And it still resonates now because he turned up at Justin Bieber's roast.
Yeah,
as Ron Burgundy.
The best, but when he's in the Watchtower, is it the Watchtower? When he's in the what's the thing by the sea, the Lighthouse, that's one, and he's blind and shit. That's just dumb. That whole thing is dumb. Everything about it was dumb.
But a lot of his comedy is dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Will Ferrell's hilarious, and I like a lot of his stuff.
But a lot of his stuff is just dumb comedy.
That was just straight up stupid.
Like a lot of Step Brothers is just stupid. But that's the sort of comedy that you get.
Just a bit when he's burying him. It's like, what are you doing? I'm burying you. Shut up. You wake the neighbours. Yes.
Not seen it.
You've not seen Step Brothers?
Not like the whole way through. I've seen bits of it, bits and pieces.
I was like that, and I've seen it a couple of times now.
I think that scene, along with the first half an hour, is super bad.
The end of Step Brothers, where he sings, is fucking hilarious.
That's
the bit that I've seen. I didn't think it was that funny.
See, the rest of the movie isn't. Once they.
It's just because they can actually do that, and you sit there and that's just probably something they've made up on the spot.
Yeah, that's really quite true. Yeah, brilliant.
But then you got what's his name? I just forgot his name. Who was on Will Ferrell?
Yeah,
like the shorts he does on YouTube, like the landlord with his daughter.
Not seen it. I didn't even know he's done shorts on YouTube.
No, but he's done like little shorts, and he's just done little stuff like that. If he stuck to that, genius.
Yeah, but he wouldn't make enough money doing that, would he?
I don't think he needs to make any more money.
He probably doesn't need to make any more money. Which is probably why another thing as well, why I think Adam Sandler and Will Ferrell just rattle out movies, because they're just making stuff that they find fun to do, probably. There's someone who comes to him and they think, oh, that'd be quite fun. I can act like an idiot for a little while. Might as well get paid for it. Rattle out another movie. It's quite fun to do.
I guess.
Whereas some actors like Ben Stiller might go, I've made enough money, I can pick and choose the stuff I really want to do, blah blah blah. Right. I suppose it depends on your mentality and if you're doing it for fun. It's like the Expendables. They're just movies for fun.
Yeah.
They're
Michael Bay films.
All the saying that. It's
anything Michael Bay produces is just you sit there and you watch it. There's no reason to watch it. You're not going to take anything away from it. But it's good for those 2 hours that you watch it.
Yeah, it's true. Transformers.
Yeah, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's not good. I can watch it. It ruins everything.
It's ruined my life.
It ruined the old story, but it's watchable for 2 hours.
I fell asleep trying to watch it twice.
But it's for a new generation, so that's kind of like why they're changing all these sort of backstories and stuff.
I can do with that though. Like even a new cartoon, it's actually quite good. Like it's nothing like the old one.
I haven't seen it.
But it's actually alright. I've watched like a couple of episodes just to see what they did with it, and I can deal with it. It's not bad, but the film just wasn't feeling it. Just wasn't feeling it.
It'd be right up your alley with all like the cheesy like references and stuff, where they're like listening to music and the way he quotes everything.
Those sort of things, yeah.
The little throwback, the little nods to the old stuff.
It's fine.
No, it's not even that.
It's just the major changes to the old stuff.
One bit where they're on the roof and they're talking to Megan Fox like the first time, and he like making like loads of Batman references and stuff like that, and they're like, "Stop it, you're not Batman" and stuff like that.
So like, that sort of stuff is hilarious.
Yeah, that's the kind of.
But there's so much bad in it that gets overshadowed. Just like the little things. But that is because we're of a different generation.
Yeah,
I suppose it happens all the time. I couldn't watch Power Rangers now because it's not the original Power Rangers.
It's not even near the original. It's not even near the 10th version of it.
It's not what it was back years back.
I was going to say, I think it's worth watching the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film just for the fight scene between Shredder and Splinter, because it's so epic the way they fight. It's very similar to Yoda vs Count Dooku, where it's like this little character just like bouncing around him, sort of thing, like deflecting everything.
All I remember from that fight scene is like Shredder throws out some extendable like sword kind of claws from his armour, and I was just like, that's just,
I don't even think that's what upsets me. I don't know what actually upsets me about it. I just didn't like it.
The change of stuff.
It wasn't even like
even just the minimalist stuff of them having different faces.
Really?
Yeah, because
the whole point was like really annoyed.
Whole point of them having the
like that.
Whole point of them having the mask is the distinguishing feature to change them. If they're different faces, you can tell them apart without the masks. What's the point in the masks?
Just to keep them hidden, you know.
Oh, you mean between each other?
Yeah.
So you're saying to say that
they should all look the same.
Why?
Because that's how it is. That's how it was drawn. That's how it should be. I didn't like that changed, but that's just me personally.
That's a crazy.
I didn't like Shredder changing to a big mechanical thing. I didn't like him changing to essentially the Silver Samurai.
But did literally only reason is that like compared to the old ones? Because in the old ones it couldn't do that.
No, but he's still a person, just in
armour, basically.
Yeah.
He was basically
that. He's a robot essentially now.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
But I digress. We've gone right off topic.
Yeah, we have gone right off topic. Will Ferrell, hilarious.
Yeah, he's still good for me. He's still good for me.
Yeah, sometimes. There are a lot of stuff that I see and I think that's just not funny at all.
I think Get Hard, he's got Get Hard and then probably one more if Get Hard's bad, and then I'd be like,
Get Hard's definitely in the bad.
I've heard things about it that it's just a classic Kevin Hart, Will Ferrell movie when it's not an amazing movie, but there are bits in it that are absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
like you get your.
But are they the trailer bits?
I've not seen a lot of trailers for it, so I don't know. What did you watch the other day? Fast 7. Funniest bits of that were in the trailer. I love the movie, don't get me wrong. The bit where they fall out the back of the plane, not to spoil it for anyone. I'm not spoiling it, it's in the adverts. Some of the funniest bits.
We talked about this on the way down here.
Yeah.
And you said there's minimal cars in this film.
Yeah, it didn't feel like they were driving a lot in this film anymore. Like, they weren't. Like, almost all of the other films was about races and stuff like that, and I know, like, the last one wasn't really about that either.
Yeah.
You know what it's about? It's about family, apparently.
Yeah.
Don't know, there is a lot of driving in it. There's not so much emphasis on the cars themselves.
Yeah.
But there's still quite a bit of driving in it.
Well, so, like, the only, like, sort of chase scene in it is when they're trying to get the girl back, like, right at the beginning, when they're trying to kidnap her.
chase, not even a chase scene, there's a whole like car scene where
That's his point.
at the end, like the whole last scene where they're doing hot potato with the guy in the car and they keep swapping what car she's in.
Yeah.
So there's a whole lot bit.
But they're running from a helicopter, they're not even running from another car anymore. So it's like,
no, they're not running for another car, but I suppose
it's not even a helicopter, it's a drone. It's like...
But there are still some sick bits in there where they do the bit where they do the 360 spin next to each other so she can jump from one car to another, which was absolutely ridiculous, by the way.
And really so unrealistic.
Not even. It's
why didn't you just give them dragons? Just give them dragons. That's all I'm saying. Just give them dragons.
Technically a possible thing to do.
Not gonna lie.
Very unlikely.
Not gonna lie. If they gave them dragons, I would have come to cinema with you guys to watch it.
I loved it. The Rock is my favourite person in the whole world, I think.
I hope he's. I just saying this to Will. I watched Fast 5 last night.
Yeah.
Where his first entrance in, and he was terrible at acting in this. Just
no, I don't think this
he's got better over his films, but in that film,
all he is though is so in this film or in that film is he's just a big brute of a man that's there to
But that's not his...
He's only in the new one for about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
as well, which is a bit disappointing.
And he only does is crack brilliant one-liners.
Yeah, that's what you're on the Rock for. Comedic value. He's an amazing comedy actor.
He's in like the first 15-20 minutes. Crack so many one-liners. You don't see him again for about an hour. And then he rips off the cast at the end, which is also in the trailers, by the way, which is one of the best bits. Rips off his cast and goes, says something stupid and walks along with a fucking machine gun.
It says Daddy's got to go to work.
That's
and
it, yeah.
Daughter's in the hospital with him.
Daddy's got to go to work.
And you wonder why I don't like it. It's stupid.
No, but it's brilliant.
That is the worst bit of... It works because it's The Rock saying it. If it was Vin Diesel saying it, I'd think that's complete utter bullshit.
Of all of them,
but it's because it's The Rock.
This is the silliest one of all of them.
Yeah, it's really.
It's by far
I think a lot of the others are stupid and silly.
No, they're not.
We were talking about the car scene at the very beginning of 5, where they're going along next to the train, and then they jump over the cliff in the car or whatever. They do another very similar bit to that in 7, where Paul Walker's running up this car. And his car like swings across the edge of a cliff, like so its back's hanging off, and he jumps onto the back and then hangs on. It's like, oh yeah, okay, because that would happen.
They do that in 6 as well. Over they crash the car into the freeway side bit.
Yeah.
And Vin Diesel jumps over and catches Michelle Rodriguez in midair.
Because Vin Diesel, that would indestructible.
Definitely break every single bone in your body. Vin Diesel's awesome as well. Anyway, right. Will Ferrell, awesome. Done. That went total off track. What's your topic?
Okay, due to some recent TV watching...
Made in Chelsea, come down to me. Yes.
Disgusted at this, man.
Made in Chelsea, Monday.
My topic is, if we were to do Come Dine With Me, what would be your menu?
With each other or with random people?
On
the show, or just us?
Just on the show.
Okay.
It could be us three on the show.
My menu.
But go, because I still need to kind of think.
So, I've not really thought about this, so I'm just going to write the things I think would be good at it. I'm going to start with dessert. No, I'm going to start... Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with a starter, but it's not going to be like a normal... You have a starter, main and a dessert. It's just going to be 3 meals.
No, but the whole premise of the show is a starter, main and dessert.
So, I would be going with like... So, I'm basing this on us not doing this as friends, rather than on the show. Because if I was on the show, I'm going to lose, let's be fair. I don't like losing. I'd lose.
I feel like... Well, I don't know why you'd lose. I feel like you cook enough. You cook more than I do on a daily basis.
Anything that's special enough to go on the show, if that makes sense. Yeah. I can cook, and I can probably follow a recipe and make something amazing that would taste okay. But I've never done it enough. So anyway, my start would be like a Caribbean breakfast. So you'd have like plantain.
Likens?
You have plantain. I can't remember what half the stuff's called. Atkins saltfish, and different things like that. Chicken breakfast, and then you'd have. I don't know what my main would be. I'm gonna skip that and go to dessert. Dessert would be. I think it would just be cake and custard because it's my favourite dessert ever. So like, you'd have to make the cake to start with, and then make the custard from scratch.
Can I say now? I'd give him a 5.
I didn't even have my main yet.
Just because you don't know what it is.
Yeah, so how are you giving me a 5? I don't understand. What? Anyway, don't lie. You'd love it. I'll get my nan round. She'd cook for me, and it'd be awesome.
And that's cheating, actually.
You'd never know.
But no, nan food, good.
Yeah, cake and custard. Make the custard from scratch. Cake from scratch. Put them together. That'd be awesome. Main course would be probably just some sort of carb-loaded Caribbean food. So you'd have like rice, macaroni cheese, chicken, potatoes. Because
I still don't get how you can have rice and macaroni cheese.
and potatoes, I don't understand how we buy.
It goes together
It's
at all.
so
Makes perfect sense to me.
many carbs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it tastes amazing.
It tastes really good, but they're so like. If I go to my nan's for Sunday dinner, or something, my mum's, so many carbs to consume. It's ridiculous. Like I don't need to eat a carb again for the rest of the week. And then you have like not sweet potato. Now lots of salad. You'd have what's the potato salad as well. So you have normal salad, potato salads. Then you have like coleslaw on the side as well. There'd be a lot of carbs, but it would be amazing. And you probably wouldn't need to eat again for the rest of the week.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But that would be my basic menu.
Okay.
You wouldn't win a come down to me because it's not
So your
fancy enough.
basic menu.
There's a lot of shit in there.
Everything in the cupboard.
There's a lot of shit in there.
Do you know yours? Or do you want me to go?
I guess I could go. So for a starter, I guess for come down with me, you got to kind of treat it like a date, haven't you? Really, so you got to really pull the strings or whatever, push the boat out.
Can we do this in real life, please?
So I'd probably go for some sort of like spicy beef mince in like.
Is this your main?
No,
Yeah,
this would be the starter. So it'd be like
Spicy.
spicy beef mince in like those big leaves. You know, like in a Chinese restaurant, there's a big like water something leaves they're called. Probably go for that for a starter. I think you could probably get 2 or 3 of those each, and then it's not that filling.
Are you going to be one of those starters that you've just about got enough on your plate that it's going to take you 5 minutes to eat it, so it's going to be really small, or are you actually getting an okay amount of starter?
I don't think you should have like too much on a starter anyway. So that's why I said like maybe 2 to 3, depending on how big they end up coming out. So
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be a decent amount to get you hungry, but it's not going to like fill you up and ruin the whole meal straight away afterwards. And then we could follow that up with a lamb stir fry with egg fried rice. We've got to have some prawn crackers on there, of course, because they just make the Chinese meal, don't they? And then I'm not really sure what sort of dessert to have, because like Chinese and Indians are really like renowned for having the worst desserts in the world. So
Quite sure all I get at Chinese or an Indian for dinner is an ice cream.
yeah, exactly. That's all they have. So maybe I just chuck some after eights on the plate or something. Or,
Don't know what that is,
You
boy.
meant to end it well, not start really good and finish shit.
Just box of after eight.
End it well.
No, I'd,
Shit, I keep shaking the table.
we'd have some.
Matchmakers.
Yeah, maybe some matchmakers and after eights crushed up over some ice cream. You know,
Oh, like,
'cause
kind of
then
like a McFlurry.
yeah.
Of
So
such.
Okay.
you kind of doing the rubbish Chinese ice cream, but yeah, you give it a bit more flavour.
Bowls of
afterwards.
different things like sprinkles and slices and stuff like that. Give some ice cream and let them put their own.
Are we in Pizza Hut? Is this make
Yeah.
your own Sunday?
Basically,
Are we
yeah.
4-year-olds?
It's basically, well, that's basically what I've just done anyway. You put some sprinkles on my ice cream for me. At least I can put my own sprinkles.
You do it told, you eat them up, you eat your
And
after
I'll
eights.
say it's nice as well. Go on.
So having to think about it, I'd probably go down to start the Asian theme, like you said, because you went for mains with it. But I'd probably do like some prawns, some dumplings, probably meat dumplings, and do an assortment of different Asian starters like that, just to get you buds tasting. I'd then throw you off course for going straight for an American main. So
Is it a burger?
it's pulled pork burger. So throw in some pulled pork, get some barbecue flavouring going through, and grill the meat to make it perfectly fine. Throw in some sides, so some onion rings, some certain probably cheesy chips, like get your queso on top.
Is cheesy chips an American thing?
Not particularly, but queso is very American in regards to the
What's queso?
Tex-Mex. It's just melted cheese,
Oh, okay.
but it's amazing. It's like unbelievable. I'd have some what they call chips, which we call crisps, but not like Walkers. but it's just like Doritos, so you can dip in the cheese. That's like just on the table to share. Dessert again, it's probably the hardest thing. Yeah. I'd probably try and go individually made cupcakes.
See, I was going to say cupcakes, but it didn't really go in my theme. And so I thought, can I really go cupcakes after that?
And then with that, I'd kind of put them to yourself, like I'd write something or put a
little specialised cupcake.
So you feel special, yeah.
Okay.
I really love cupcakes because when you bite into them, there's so much icing on top, you can feel your teeth melting. That's what you want from a dessert. I feel.
You've got a massive sweet tooth.
I have got a huge sweet tooth. Yeah.
So I'd give you 2.
Nice. What we didn't decide also was so easy, please. You've just got yourself a 10. Gave you 2 cupcakes. What was your entertainment? We never decided on entertainment. So it depends who it was with. I'd hope to go last so I could gauge the people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'd have to usher it more to the group than anything.
But if you didn't know him and you had to pick before, so you couldn't usher it to a group. You just had these people in your house. You had to entertain them somehow.
I think I would try and implement throughout the night a murder mystery, just to make it a murder
mystery game.
Yeah.
You'd hire some people to come have dinner with you, and one of them would just die.
And there'd be a waiter who dies.
It's like a Big Bang thing where Raj does it all the time. Does his murder mystery nights and everyone hates it.
And everyone hates it.
But I think there's a one-off. That'd be something you'd go, well, that was different.
It would be different. It would be kind of fun.
I thought I'd get that in there before you guys came up with that.
I haven't even thought about it. I asked a question, but I haven't got an answer.
No. I didn't really, but I thought maybe blow up bowling in the living room might be quite funny.
Blow up sumo.
Well, you could do that as well, but I thought more like you could get like those bowling rings that are like just basically like the mat floor, but they got like the big puffy sides, so the ball doesn't like it bounces down basically. Just have like a quick game of 5s of that or something.
Quick game of 5s.
Well, like 5 rolls.
Oh wow! I think meant the drinking game 5s.
No,
just a drinking game there. I think. Based on the fact I'm a massive child, I'd have... Yeah, really. I know it's shocking. I'd have a bouncy castle in the back garden and some fireworks.
See, what I thought you were going to say was, under everyone's seat, they'd have those electric suits with the guns.
Quite
and have a laser and just have laser tag around the house.
That would be amazing. But I don't think the flat is big enough.
It's probably not big enough.
All be in one room. Sure. And I wouldn't want everyone to go outside and start running around. You'd just be sick at some point. Although you could be sick in a bouncy castle, let's be fair. But a bouncy castle...
Especially after your carbon-fueled
meal. Would you be a bouncy castle here, though?
Just out on the...
So you don't want people going outside, but you put a bouncy castle
not to run around. Not to run around the streets. You'd never find them again to get them inside to come back for their dessert.
What you should do is make your whole flat, apart from, say, this dining area here...
Full of balls.
A ball pit.
A ball pit. Or I was thinking like a blanket fort. So they have to come into the house.
I think I really like the ball pit idea. Just fill the flat with a million
Although
balls.
if you did want to do the blanket idea, you could tell everyone to come in pyjamas.
I like that. Cool.
So what would you score?
We're going to score the meals.
And the entertainment.
You can't say that because you don't eat it.
You have to eat it.
Well, but bear in mind that it's edible. What one...
I don't trust that you can cook.
I don't trust that.
I'm going to say 6.
No, but on the basis that I can cook, what sounds more...
Well,
what do you look forward to more when you see that menu? On the score it on what you think when you see the menu.
Really quickly.
So,
Chinese starter, burgers and...
Pulled pork, American and then cupcakes. Yours was mince in a leaf, kind of Asian inspired starter.
Stir fry, egg fried rice, prawn crackers.
And then ice cream with chocolate you don't want on it.
And mine was a full on Caribbean carb fest.
Yeah.
Death.
Mine would be. I would pick myself, but of course I can't pick myself. So I think I'd take Danny's just because I like the American main idea. But what was your entertainment?
And my entertainment was murder mystery.
Cool. And what was your entertainment?
It was going to be like the bowling.
Yeah, Danny's. I'm sorry, mate.
Murder mystery.
Because
it doesn't seem like your sort of thing at all.
If it's done well, it would be really funny.
It's Danny.
It wouldn't be done well.
So,
No, but you
first, Danny can't cook, and then he's done a murder mystery. It's going to suck as well.
This is accusation.
If Danny can cook and Danny
you don't
organise
know.
something,
This is
no, we knew that you can't cook.
How?
Don't pretend.
It took you about 20 minutes to do a grilled cheese sandwich.
because the fucking thing wasn't hot enough. That's not me. That's the machine.
If Danny could cook and could organise a murder mystery and it didn't just go total tits up,
That
like
would be
I'm
the point.
supposed to,
If I can organise it,
then
the cooking's fine.
I would probably say Danny's. Yeah, I'd probably say Danny's doing.
Without the entertainment, I'd take Will's because that just sounds too heavy.
It would be so heavy.
Yeah,
And I feel like if you've got a ball pit,
You'd be falling asleep anyway.
if you've got a ball pit and you're that heavy after the meal, you're not leaving.
Just go people under the balls.
They walk in and they go, "All right, see you later."
You'll be asleep
and
at the
then
bottom of
start sinking.
after you start on your main, you'll just be asleep underneath the ball pit in the middle of the balls because you'd be so tired that you'd get the itis straight away.
So, Caribbean.
Like I say, it's going to be too heavy. Like, if you could cut it down and make it maybe like
Well,
sort
I'm
of like
not gonna-
tapas sort of
I'm not going to
idea
give you
of
what you want.
Yeah,
I'm not
like-
giving you power plates. It's more of like a you get to try a bit of everything.
Oh, so it is like a tapas.
Yeah, it's not like a massive. I'm not going to pile your plate up and give you like.
That's what I expected.
Oh,
that is
right.
kind of what I expected. as
Like,
well.
like
No,
a dinner
no,
tray
no.
with a section there for your mac and cheese,
Because I don't
section
want.
there for your rice.
I don't want you all just falling asleep in my living room. So
What?
because you eat so many carbs, it makes you really tired, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, but I mean, you wouldn't want to sleep in here.
Get out. Right. So yeah, no, it'd be like a bit of a try, a bit of everything sort of thing. I forgot planting in the start.
No,
Did I say
it?
Yeah.
I still feel it's just going to be like so heavy.
It would be really heavy.
I just.
You'd be able to
I
do
don't want
afterwards.
Danny to win, but I just don't feel I can go with
Well,
you.
effectively, you just said that Danny wins, which is really upsetting.
But we know if it really happened that it would be
I,
disgusting.
I can cook. I just
Cook,
don't cook.
right. Next week, cook for us, and then we can
Cooking
talk
for you.
about it on the show.
We'll all
That
bring
involves
one
buying shit.
Such a letdown. Right,
And I haven't cooked since I've been travelling. I literally cooked then.
last topic.
Well, for you travelling, for us travelling.
I meant more about Danny travelling.
Through Sydney. Didn't need to for the Sydney mix.
It is a big city, I'll give you that, but
It's not even that.
You're forgetting the months before that I did do travelling.
Sorry, all that time you spent in Australia. You saw so much. Which leads on perfectly to my topic. Funniest stories, things that doesn't matter what it's to do with. Funny story while travelling and being out of the country.
Who wants to start?
I've got so many, so I don't want
Yeah.
to start. I'm going to tell my favourite ones though. But go.
I don't want to start.
I'll start.
You
I've got two particular ones. Neither
Was it
neither in
Sydney?
Australia. No.
Was it in Sydney?
No.
Was it in England?
One one's in Thailand.
Oh.
Well, no, because it's travelling, Ash. Why would it be in England?
Well, because I thought the only place you went to was Sydney. So, carry
Fucking
on.
idiot.
You can
So-
travel in England. Just go away from where you
You
live.
said out of the country.
Alright, carry on. I'll give you that one.
So, one was in Thailand, one was in China. I'll start with Thailand. So, Thailand was the third place I went to when I started travelling. And essentially, it was a week in Bangkok. Just got wasted every time. So, we started at our hostel, which was in central Bangkok, and we started with some like Sing beer and Tiger beer. And then we found this really strong one, which was just like flat, no fizz, and was disgusting. And we started drinking that for a couple of nights. And there was one dude.
So, you said it was disgusting.
It was
So,
disgusting.
why was you drinking that?
Because it was lethal
Oh, right.
and
it got
cheap.
you
Yeah, it was the
smacked.
cheapest
Okay.
one.
Alright,
He got
that
smacked.
makes sense.
So there was one dude who I think was American, but he knew some Thai people. He was of Asian descent, and so we were sitting there drinking. He was like, "Oh, somebody I know is coming down. We'll take you out." And it was me and two Dutch guys. He was like, "Yeah, what could go wrong here?" So we ended up wasted at the hostel, all piling into one like 4x4 somehow, and going to this completely Thai club. We were literally, me and the two Dutch guys, only Europeans in there. So it was weird enough as it is, getting looks anyway. One of the Dutch dudes ended up getting with one of the Thai girls, leaving. So it was just me and this other Dutch dude.
That you already knew, or just a different guy?
I had known him for about 2 days.
No. The Thai guy just told random
Oh,
girl.
no, that we knew.
Oh, okay.
But, so they went off, and we were just there, and we were wasted. So he ended up disappearing. So I presume you got a cab back to the hostel. And it just got to the point where I was drinking, didn't know anybody around me, and one of them just kind of led me to the thing and went, "Cab's waiting for you." And I was like, "Okay," and just wandered off, got the cab back.
Just so someone basically escorted you around the place and said, "Get out."
Somebody
in
the group that we were with
okay.
kind of walked me to this point and went, "Okay, if you go down there, there's a cab waiting."
Good. Thanks. Did you see them again after that?
No. Well, I saw the dude that was in our hostel, but none of the rest.
Okay.
And then I didn't really talk to him again because I was like, I don't remember much. My second story, and this was before I met Rach or anything, was in China. So I was on a tour. I think there was about 15 other people, and there was a couple of girls, and I ended up hooking up with one girl. And it was coming to the end of the tour, so I kissed her a couple of times, and people pretty much knew. And the tour leader was like, we were getting to Hong Kong, he was like, "Look, in Hong Kong, I've got my own room. If you want to swap me, I'll bunk in with who I've been bunking with for the whole trip.
Yeah.
You can have my room." Got the room, sealed the deal.
What an awesome tour leader. He's just a wingman.
Yeah,
absolutely
amazing.
It's pretty much what he's there for, isn't it?
I was just like,
how old is this tour leader?
I don't know. I think he was like 25 to 30.
Yeah, okay. No,
but yeah, amazing.
Age range.
Loved him. Tipped him the next day.
What a ledge. Absolutely legendary tour leader. God, do you want me to go? Do you want to go?
I don't want to go. I don't feel like I've got anything to say.
You've got some stories.
You must have. I've got stories for you. We're not travelling with you. Anyway, so I'll give two stories as well. In New York, I've been to America working blah 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 over the summers, and then we was travelling around. Me and Steve, who you will know, obviously. We got to New York, and by the time we got to New York, it was our last destination. We'd been to about 3 other states at that point, and like quite a few cities within the 3 states we'd been to. And it was like by the time we'd done all of our drinking. No, we kept drinking and then just going and seeing stuff really late at night. So one night it was like, we're not to Empire State, we're going to see it. Went to the
Rockefeller?
Nah, the European Nations, whatever building that's got all the flags outside it.
Yeah. UN.
Yeah, the UN building. And it was like, let's go to see the Statue of Liberty. Just thought, yeah, it was about, I don't know, nearly midnight. So like, we'll get on the ferry and just have a look at it, because we won't be able to go up, it'll be closed, but we can go on the island and have a look. So we went to the ferry, and we was like, look, ferry to Staten Island. There's loads of people going to Staten Island, it's really late, why are there so many people going to Staten Island? Got on this ferry, started going towards the Statue of Liberty, and just went past it. It was like, wait, what? Definitely going to the wrong island. Staten Island's where loads of people live, Ellis Island's where the statue is. So we were stranded on Staten Island at like 1 a.m, just like further away from the Statue of Liberty than when we started. It was like, well, this has gone well. There wasn't another ferry until like half 2 a.m. We got back. To be fair, you go past the statue really close and took some pictures out the window. We got back about 3 a.m. and then had to go find our hostel. It was absolutely hilarious. But we recorded it and we got like talking to each other. So it's fucking shit. On the same, actually, the night before, we done the same thing. We went to Coney Island. It was like the world hot dog eating competitions in Coney Island. It was like, we'll go to Coney Island. It's going to be buzzing. It's like a fun fair there and all sorts, etc. Took about an hour and a half to get to Coney Island on the train because it's really actually fucking far away. Got there, closed that 2 months ago. It was totally dead, totally empty. Nothing was open. It was like 1 a.m. It's like, this is fucking shit. Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? And then we went and saw the big sign there where they have all the winners of the hot dog eating contests and stuff like that. So that was quite fun. So we basically spent a week in New York just not seeing stuff because it was too late at night and everything was closed.
What made you think at 1 a.m? Or just before 1 a.m? You know what's good? Let's jump on a train at 11, half 11. Go to Coney Island. Because
we thought it's a fun fair stuff. Like it's meant to be. It was always open really late and stuff like that when it was open. It just shut down 2 months ago. We didn't know that. And the other story is, I can't remember what year it was. It must have been a different year. But it was me. Yeah, well, it was a different year. It was like my first or second year. Probably the first year. We'd been on a cruise. Got off. Oh, this is what happened. So we went on a cruise. Got off, and then me, G, and Liam got off this cruise. And it was like, where should we go? What should we do? We know someone in Ohio. Let's go to Ohio. So we got on a flight to Ohio, got off, we went and stayed in some really dodgy hostel, like, till we met our friend the night afterwards, the morning afterwards, sorry. So we got in this taxi, and we'd just been pissing around the whole time. We'd been travelling, working, having loads of fun. So we got in this taxi with our big bags. He was messing around in the taxi, I'm going, we're just going to get out and run. We're not going to pay you. It would be really funny if we just run away and leave you. And he went, you're not going to run. Do you know why? Reached in his glove box, just pulled out a gun, and just waved at us. He was like, do you want some money, mate? We'll give you an extra tip, give you more money. We've got all that on the film as well, because that's hilarious. Just, you can't see anything, you just hear us shitting ourselves in the taxi. Going, no,
was that
definitely have some money.
First year or second?
I think that was the second year. That's really funny. And then we realised that everyone in Ohio has got guns, because our friend in Ohio was part of the army, and he took us, just gave me a case. He was like, what's in it? An M4. He just walked me down the road with it. He just like went to the driving range, shooting range, and started shooting and stuff like that. It's like everyone in Ohio's got a gun. That's cool. Well, not cool, but yeah. I can round off so many more stories. I'm not gonna.
I was hoping it'd be a bit worse.
I don't feel like I've done anything that bad when I've been on holiday or anything like that, really. So
do we want to do?
Oh, do one point. I won't read that. I'm gonna go Luxembourg.
Oh, that's the only one I can really think of.
Do you want to tell it?
No, you go. Yeah,
so we thought you and interject whenever you want. In fact, you tell it. You don't
like
really tell.
Anything really happened in Luxembourg, really. Like,
but it was still funny to us. It wasn't even in Luxembourg. It was in Germany.
Yeah, it was in Germany.
So on the way to.
We was going to a festival in Germany,
Rockerfield.
And I don't know who I'm telling this to. I'm telling this to everyone else because obviously you two know this story.
Yeah.
We're going to a festival in Luxembourg called Rockerfield, but we've got a friend in Germany in somewhere called Saarland, which is very close to Luxembourg. So we got a flight to Luxembourg. He came from Germany, picked us up, took us back to Germany, but it's only like an hour like, from where
not
he was.
even that, I don't think. Yeah, it's literally like 35 minutes over the border or something.
We stopped in a hotel, got a few drinks and stuff first before.
Germany were playing, weren't they?
Yeah, Germany were playing, so we stopped to watch it.
Bastian had ciders and beers
stocked
up in his car, and we opened them up in the back of the car.
So we got back to Germany, got back to our friend's house, and he was like, we'll just have a few drinks. You're going to a festival anyway, so you might as well start now. We looked at his house was really nice, he said, sure. And he was like, start again on it. And literally, just for hours, just drinking.
I remember at one point, he went, I'm just going to go down and get another bottle or something. And brought up this peach drink.
Yeah, it's like a shot of something, wasn't it?
And
disgusting.
I feel like he told us it was like peach schnapps, and we was like, yeah, we'll do that. Vilest thing I've ever had.
Yeah,
it was just, ugh.
Well, then carried on drinking, etc. It got to, I don't even know what time it was, it must have been about 2 in the morning.
It was late.
It was pretty late.
It was late considering we had to get up so early the next day to go to Luxembourg.
Was it me and you that shared the bed, and then Will and Liam were on the
we was
couch?
in the living room on the couch.
Yeah, Liam and Will was sleeping downstairs on the couch. Me and you was upstairs, we were in a share bed. And then obviously Angelica and Bastian had their own room. So I think Angelica went to bed at one point, didn't she? So she was gone.
Yeah, she was gone.
It was us three and Liam and Bastian. And Will was like, I'm going to bed. Will got up. He got up, walked to the living room, and was gone for a little while. So I was like, about 20 minutes, like 9, just as soon as he got to sleep. He walked back through the kitchen where he was, into the bathroom that was behind us. He was like, you right, Will? Didn't answer us. Just kind of walking, obviously going to the toilet.
Toilets are really weird in Germany as well. They've got like that flat bit, like they seem like really long, like the hole's like really small at the back.
Oh, and then the front bit's quite long.
Yeah, and the front bit's quite long.
So we just assumed he's gone to the toilet, and then about 20 minutes later, it was like, Will's been in there a really long time. Will, you right, mate? No answer. Will, nothing. Knocked to the door, nothing.
As
open the door.
We are
just asleep on the floor in the bathroom on a mat. It's like, mate, do you want to go back to bed? Got him up, left.
Put him back in bed.
20 minutes later, got up and went back to the bathroom.
This one from when we was asleep, and in the morning we found him.
Yeah, we found
asleep.
him. Yeah, that was it. So we put him back to bed, and then we all went to bed afterwards as well. And then in the morning, we found him asleep again in the bathroom.
No, I was asleep in the thing in the morning.
Somebody found you asleep again.
We found you asleep in the bathroom twice.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the first time it was all of us, and then the second time it was Bastian.
I think I was still awake when we see him go back in the bathroom. And
the point is, I was trying to be nice, 'cause I didn't want to be sick everywhere, so it was safer to
Sleeping
stay in the bathroom.
Just hugging the mat.
I wasn't hugging the mat.
And then
I
there
was
were
quite
jokes for a while
comfortably
about how much
asleep.
she liked the mat. And then we realised it's happened more
I'm sure
than once.
we've got a photo of this.
Yeah, there's definitely a photo somewhere. But yeah, no, that's one of my favourite stories
Yeah.
from travelling with you.
I do feel that's even that bad, really.
It's not
It's
that bad,
not.
but it's funny. It doesn't have to be bad. It's just
Oh,
meant to
ours
be
weren't
funny.
that bad.
Yeah, no, I've got worse ones.
It's
but
just
that was
stuff that's happened.
some of the funny ones.
Do you have any particular ones that are entertaining? Not
Doesn't have to be
bad,
bad, just entertaining.
but entertaining. What do you
No.
think? Because you've been.
You just don't want to
That
say
means
it.
all the other ones are bad.
You just don't want to say anything. I'm trying to think, where else have I been with you? Have we been out of the country together before, apart from that?
No, I don't think we have.
No.
No stories from when you went to Tokyo?
No, we went to Australia.
Of course.
we did have so many.
Surely you've got one from there. Oh, I've got
Will.
one from there, but I won't say it.
What about Will?
No.
I've not gone for Will. That I can think of. No, yes, I have. But I can't say that either. You'd
I
have to say
feel like this is the one that I'm.
it. Probably. Yeah. you'd
Is
have
it
to
from
say
used to time or
It's
was this
from- it was in
before
Austin.
or after you got there?
This was when I was there. Oh no, I know what you're
I've
talking
got one
about.
before.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll tell you afterwards, and then you'll know straight away. It was in the hostel.
Oh. Yeah. I don't feel that was funny either.
I really want to know
I think
this.
it's just funny for everyone else.
It was such a misleading situation that it made me look really bad when
I don't
it
think you
was
look
totally
that
out
bad.
of my control anyway.
I don't think it looked that bad. I think it was just funny for me, Sam, and Lou. But anyway, yeah, fine.
The funniest bit about that story is about 8 a.m. when there's like, oh, did Will come back? And I was just laying in bed, I wasn't saying anything. And Liam was like, yeah, he's been up there for hours. And they're like, why the fuck are we still in this room then?
I kind of remember you guys telling me this.
It was so
He
good.
had to leave early because stuff.
What?
Don't
Oh,
worry.
right, yeah. Oh, that sounds, yeah. Anyway, right, so this is
We
not
lost
really
Liam
saying...
that night as well.
We're not
That
really
was-
saying...
that was
no,
in the
stop!
pub.
That
Stop!
was literally the first night that Liam was there.
Was it?
Yeah,
Didn't we get on it early that night?
possibly.
That was the night we went and bought those really shit
Cans.
cans of drink that were disgusting.
Just tastes like
And then
tin.
Oh,
we
the
got
big
through a whole
crate
crate of
of-
24, and
When
one
they like
drunk was
French
just
beer.
like, and we tried to do beer pong and it just wasn't working. That was the first night I was there as well.
And then Liam just went missing at like 10 o'clock and he's like, yeah, I got some food and then I got 2 taxis.
Yeah, it's
and
like, where have you
stuff.
gone?
It's
Okay.
like one taxiway
Yeah.
from where we were.
Actually, quite a lot of things are coming back to me that were quite funny from that night.
Yeah.
Like the whole white trousers situation with Liam. Anyway,
So much. Oh.
those stupid trousers. Right, we're not saying anything that no one else understands, so I'm ending this now. We're going to go get drunk, go out somewhere,
What they
and
are.
probably try and make another funny story. Right, this has been GrownKids, episode 7. Ash, Dan, Will. Hope you had fun. Like, subscribe. I don't know where it's going to be. Somewhere around here somewhere. Peace out.